下面将要进行的是男子80公斤级的铜牌战。Next is the bronze medal match of men's 80 kilograms. 首先有请裁判员入场。Let's welcome the referees.
So after that superb demonstration from the World Taekwondo demo team, it's time for the men's -80s to demonstrate their quality. And speaking of quality, I'm more than delighted to be joined by Paige McPherson from Team USA. How are we, Paige?
Hello, hello. Good to be here.
Likewise, good to have you.
Exciting day.
Really good, and of course, big build-up towards the final.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys coming into the bronze medal match-up now, they may have had thoughts about going for gold, but you know what that's like to try and dig it back out, to give that motivation for the bronze.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely, although they had lost the other day, it's just being able to regroup and refocus for that bronze medal match. I mean, it's still an honor to be here, and obviously it's going to be a great feat to get that bronze medal win.
Absolutely, and speaking of great feats, who's going to find the great kicks on the way through? Standing at 1m92, CHEN Linglong. Well, he's got the long legs. He also won the qualifiers on the way through in this one. A bit of experience in the Grand Prix circuit, but nowhere near the experience of Milad Beigi, Harchegani, world champion for a reason, and he's a formidable fighter.
Yes, yes, so flexible. Oh my goodness, such a great athlete.
And as we see him coming in, the youngsters enjoying the occasion there as well.
Oh yeah.
And how important is that we get to share our sport with the next generation?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a very important thing to just be able to represent Taekwondo world level, and also have some fun with it, see the kids getting inspired here.
And inspiring a few kids. What's your club back in the States?
Yeah, Peak Performance.
Okay.
They were nice enough to wake up at 2 a.m. to watch my fight. So, I mean, the support and love back home is obviously a big, important motivation for us athletes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Friends and family giving the support.
Absolutely.
The referee running the rule over this one, Marcelo Vinicius Costa Rezende. Obviously a big name in Taekwondo, the Brazilian. Do you get to have any, not friendships with the referees, but can you be relaxed with them, or do you always try and keep it like at a distance?
The more I've competed and the more we travel, I mean, we're all in the same situation, right?
Sure.
We're constantly traveling, we constantly see each other, so we always definitely show respect against one another and say hello, how are you, you know, good luck. I mean, the referees in a way have it harder than us. I mean, being able to be focused 4 or 5 days all together, it's amazing.
Yep, they have to have that focus, and as we focus on this one, first round underway, a couple of points on the board for CHEN Linglong. He's of course the fighter in blue, and he's a confident guy, likes to go with the big head kicks. A good shot from Beigi Harchegani straight away. You mentioned the flexibility in the clinch. He's not bad at the long distance either.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's still calm, even when he gets behind. He still, you know, sticks to his bread and butter, which is his front leg, his flexibility, and that cut, of course.
Yeah, cut above the rest, usually. Certainly was for most of the last season, but trying to find his form here in the last event of the season. And it is tough because we know the guys are going to fight over 5 rounds now as the punch goes on the board for CHEN Linglong. Would you like to have that for the females as well, or do you think it should be 3-2s for both? Or
I think it should be equal, for sure.
Me too, me too.
For sure. Girls can do it just as much as the boys can, so
Absolutely.
I'm a huge believer in that.
Certainly the case in the
Absolutely.
elite sports. Halfway through this first round, just a marginal lead.
And Milad is, I mean, he's just got back into the game, so what an amazing athlete again, just being able to kind of pick up from where he started, and here he is again at the semifinals.
Absolutely, no question about it as he tries a little back kick round the corner. Injuries, of course, part of Taekwondo, and we'll get your thoughts on that at the end of this first round as the referees give a little signal for that power punch to be added. Back to the old school way of doing things. No technical problems, but no problems so far for CHEN Linglong. Doesn't care about the reputation of Milad. Swing and a miss from the AZE. Nice little counter though.
Nice.
Deep into the first round, they can't be separated. Harchegani just a swing and a miss with that front leg. Clock ticks down on the efforts of both.
Both players still calm. I mean, we still have 5 rounds, so best out of 3. It seems like they're still relaxed. They understand that it's still a long ways to go.
No question, a long way to go, but a short time to get there. 2 points of a difference. I was talking there about the injuries as we see Milad, Beigi, Harchegani coming back. Yourself, your teammates. It's a tough old season. It's not easy to sustain it.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about a marathon here. Just being able to maintain these 4 years of competing, and our sport is a year-round sport, so there's more than likely injuries along the way.
And of course, for yourself, between now and the festive season, it's not far away. Do you take a little break now, or are you having the off-season?
Yeah, this was my last competition of the year, and I'm fortunate to be able to go back home for a couple of weeks and just kind of the rest and recover for getting ready for the next season, just around the corner.
Absolutely. Just around the corner in this one is the second round. CHEN Linglong, not the favourite, the underdog in this matchup, but as we've seen with Team China, they haven't travelled as much. They've been resting, preparing. It certainly proved useful for them. This one conducted over, as Paige McPherson says, the best of 5 rounds, and it's 2 on the board. Quick start from CHEN Linglong. Of course, they weighed in for -80 a few days ago. I'm guessing they might be a couple of kilos more than 80 at this point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you've seen throughout the days some of the athletes, they were able to weigh in a couple of times, but regain their strength. And now these athletes are the top shape of their weight and recovery throughout this competition.
Absolutely. Speaking of competition, CHEN Linglong recovering really well here.
Very
Started
well.
with a punch.
Great game plan against Milad. I mean, he's keeping his distance away from him, taking away that pressing inside, maintaining his cut kick along the way, just kind of picking him apart.
Forcing him to go with the step-through back kicks. Making him change his game plan. CHEN Linglong with a big head kick of his own there. Confidence rising along with the head kick. 6-0. 1 round in the books. And you can probably hear a little bit of commotion behind us as all the youngsters are coming in. Good venue to fight in.
Beautiful venue, beautiful. Again, just the environment around us, being able to see the younger generation here and just as excited. I mean, you mentioned the little kids behind us, they're all in their dough box cheering their team on, China.
Absolutely, super cute and super ready, but ready to rumble here is CHEN Linglong as he leans in with a nice punch there. 7-0 to the good. 10 seconds left in this second round, and Milad, Beigi, Harchegani. He struggled in the matchup against Korea. He's struggling here against China. 2 from 3 for China. And let's talk a little bit about that. It must be an advantage for the host nation. You don't see them out on the Grand Prix circuit as much. They're not travelling as much, rested, recovering.
And they're not also seen as much. So
that's a good point.
Also, all of these competitors, we potentially have fought our former competitors throughout the year, and so being able to be here, a brand new face, you definitely have a small advantage because nobody can really look at what you've done in your game.
That's a good point, the surprise element. It's certainly been a surprising score here in this one. Just to give you a little heads up as to what's coming up next, Alexandra Kowalczyk of Poland against Rebecca McGowan of Great Britain. And that will be followed by the men's heavyweight bronze medal matchup. The last one of the bronzes, Sun Hong Yi against Zhao Sheng Song. And then it'll be into the women's under 49 kilogram final. Korea and Thailand, but it's all about Azerbaijan and China. Difficult position for him now. Stick or twist, has to go for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the last round to kind of get back into the game, so we're kind of anxious to see what Milad has in store for us.
Wise words of Paige McPherson, Team USA, giving all the analysis here. Enjoying it?
Oh yeah, it's actually a lot of fun.
Good. I'm usually sitting here on my own talking to myself, so it's good to have the expert analysis. And wherever you're joining us from, you may be on the BBC, on the website, or the red button at home, or indeed the Olympic channel, wherever you are in the world. It's a pleasure to have you with us. We're here in Wuxi. It's the Grand Slam final. Can Milad, Beigi, Harchegani find a Grand Slam finish? Close with a chop kick. You mentioned at the start page the game plan of Team China, certainly adapting well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Milad has to definitely change up his game plan in order to get some points on the board.
Easier said than done, as you say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, this is the 4th day competing, fighting formidable athletes along the way, so I'm sure they're already exhausted.
I thought it was just me, to be honest, but here we go.
Yeah, just me too.
A little rest for them here as the Chinese coach plays the video replay card. Coaching something you would think about in the future?
Coaching? Honestly, I haven't really thought about what will happen next. Obviously, I'm definitely excited for the upcoming of Team USA. Maddie, my teammate, is actually in the finals. Final debut, so I'm super excited. I'm sure he'll hear me in the crowd.
Did a bit of coaching from the crowd.
Yeah, but
she did really well.
Yes, I would love to support Team USA, of course, in the future any way I can. Coaching, it may be that. The way for me. So we'll kind of see what happens.
Absolutely, leave it in God's hands and see whatever comes up with that. Nice headshot from Beigi. Harchegani there.
No points though.
I'll be disappointed with that one. Obviously, if you kick just to the face, you can't play the card. Certainly played the shot well. CHEN Linglong, as we move into the business end of this one, needs a punch or needs something. He wants to get it done in 3 straight rounds.
Definitely going for it. He's definitely going for that 3 win over Milad.
There's the punch that we mentioned.
Got it.
Good back leg boot there from Harchegani. Lands it nicely, does Milad. And that'll do him a world of good. Good shot just whistling past, last 10 seconds. Chinese fighter going for it, as you said, Paige looking for that close out in the 3rd round, but it is Milad that makes the response. Well, a champion doesn't forget how to do it, and just signs of life there.
And still remaining calm, understanding that now that he's ahead, he's now got his way back into the game. 2-1 China, so he still has to maintain his game plan and get ready for the next few rounds.
Absolutely, and you know yourself, going from that contender spot to champion spot this season in the Grand Prix matchup, how was that experience for you?
Oh, the Chinese Taipei was an amazing experience for me. As you may know, it was my first Grand Prix win, so all that hard work and perseverance throughout the years, I mean, it was just a dream come true for me. But of course, the job isn't over.
Absolutely.
Of course, 2020 is the focus, and just kind of trying to maintain and continue to ride the wave.
Absolutely. And on the crest of a wave here in terms of momentum is the man from Azerbaijan. Can he produce a battling performance? CHEN Linglong started well. The pendulum swinging towards the man in red at the moment. Confidence rising, headshot attempted.
There you go. His long legs, again, his flexibility. Starting to kind of warm up a little bit, more aware, getting back into the game.
Sure, in a slightly different format, as we've talked about. Gives you that chance. Patience is obviously a virtue.
Absolutely, absolutely. Being able to be aware of your surroundings, but at the same time being able to execute your game plan in the process.
As we watch the process of this one ticking along, you mentioned Madeline Gorman-Shaw. She goes up, well, against Bianca Walton in the final. being able to master that big occasion, obviously your teammates, do you share knowledge? Do you help each other in that way? Do you try and keep them calm? Because obviously it's a new experience for her at this level.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, any way I can, I'm always there to help her in any kind of way, whether it being, you know, her training partner right now getting kicked around, or even just, you know, making sure she has the water she needs, anything. So we've become to have a really good friendship along the way, and I mean, it was only in time that she was going to be here.
Well, that's nice to see the byproduct of it, from fighting to friendship. Both men fighting it out here. Chen Linglong had the confidence, but seems to be back in his shell a little bit here. So quickly things can change. A little bit of hesitation now from the man in blue. The reason for that is Beigi Harchegani holding the centre.
Once again, Milad, I mean, he's a world champion, very, very experienced athlete, so it's not a, it's good that he's able to just be able to switch the, switch and be able to find his way back into the
as you say,
game.
Flick the switch and get back into match mode as we move towards the end of the fourth. He was 2 rounds down, was the man from Azerbaijan. Tied up at 2-all now. And isn't confidence a funny thing in terms of your own performance? Obviously here you'll have reviews and thoughts about it, but that ability to believe in yourself, to sustain that, is vital.
Oh, absolutely. Whether you have a good day or a bad day, I think one tournament doesn't define you as an athlete, and there's always going to be bumps around along the road. Again, this is a marathon, 4 years, year-round sport. You're obviously going to have some good competitions and some bad ones, but the most important thing is to get back up and keep going.
Trying to do just that, or indeed having done just that. Beigi Harchegani, the man from Azerbaijan, pulling it back. Perseverance, so important. The centre referee calls them back in. Well, this one, the crucial, the decider for the bronze medal matchup. Kowalczuk and McGowan, and the women's heavyweights are up next. This eyes down look in here in Wuxi. What a fantastic environment in which to fight, under the lights. Lighting it up in this one. It's been the man in red from Azerbaijan. A few of the youngsters giving it Chungguk Jayo, which is China, fight for it. And a definite fight in the offing here. Both men saving it up in the open stance, but not much open scoring at the moment.
Punch again from China. Seems that a lot of the fights throughout the week have been decided based on the punches and good inside game.
Has the protectors been hard to score on? Is that like a chat in the back?
Absolutely. It's kind of like hoping that your chest protector is worn out or brand new.
Isn't that a funny dynamic? Because that's the thing that we wouldn't know sitting here in the, you know, the non-expert bit. So the new protectors work better, as do the old ones.
Newer protectors are formally harder to score on, versus the worn and torn are a little bit easier to score on.
And speaking of wear and tear, we're tearing down towards the last minute here. Milad Beigi Harchegani was points down. That's going to help as well. Gamjom will be given. It's all beginning to go away from Chen Linglong, the momentum.
Milad is definitely comfortable right now. He's maintaining his front leg game and just kind of keeping his lead right now.
Sustaining that lead. 30 seconds and some change in this one. Can Chen Linglong, the host nation fighter, change things up a bit here? Hesitation, maybe saving it up for one last go.
Yeah, exactly. 5th round. I'm sure both of them are exhausted, so it's all about that last-minute push. We'll see who will get the points and the win.
Absolutely, get the points, get the win. And the big cash prize as well. Big back leg from Beigi, and that's the way to see that. What a headshot!
Wow. 4 seconds.
Perfectly poised, back kick round the corner. Beigi on the front foot. Marcelo Rosenda stepping in, gives the Gamjon, makes it 5-all. And I think we're going to see a video replay from the AZE coach. You can see, well, the face says it all.
Frustration.
Well, who would be a coach in this one? Not so easy. A lot of times I sit here and try and figure out what are they saying, but quite clear there. Coach not happy. As Barbara Marion from Canada will make the decision on this one, and this is literally
such a close game.
Yeah, game changer.
Such a close game.
And you've been in this position. What do? Do you think about yourself? Do you keep moving? What's the, well, you're waiting for that?
I think it's the most important thing is to collect yourself again and maintain your focus and your execution of the strategy that your coach gives you. So although it's the last couple of seconds, regardless of what the referees will decide, it's all about maintaining your focus and your drive.
Absolutely. And that focus now firmly fixed on the video review panel. Will the Gamjon be successful? Will it go the other way? Well, the destination of the bronze medal will be decided pretty shortly. Barbara Marion says no. Reza, the coach, well, gutted pretty much, summarises it, and we're going to go into another round as if you didn't have 5.
Sudden death, yes.
Bonus time. Difficult for both fighters as we see.
Yeah, now it's anybody's win now, anybody's game. Sudden death. One of the hardest, I would say personally, rounds for a fighter, just because of the lack of the time, and whoever wins, whoever scores first is the decided winner.
Exactly. Gets that score on the board, and whoever it's going to be will be going back with a bronze medal. Will it be the short trip back to Beijing, or will it be going back to Baku? We get to find out. The referee was straight in there, did well not to get kicked himself. So here we go. A crucial battle in China comes down to this.
And who wants some more?
We get to find out. Ringside, Paige McPherson giving us her expert insight. Chen Linglong against Milad. Beigi Harchegani, push kick to the body. What a counter though. And it's Milad that grabs it on the counter. Gamjon given, but Milad takes it.
It happened so fast that, I mean, not all of us are so shocked about the results, but wow, what a win.
Yeah, a wonderful win there for Milad. Beigi Harchegani, coach and fighter, delighted. Spare a thought for Chen Linglong. He ran his race with great credit. So fast.
Yeah, so fast, but again, it just shows the level of athleticism and talent that we have in Taekwondo. Again, such a great fight, going all 5 rounds.
Yep, all the way to the wire, as you see, the 5 rounds in the bank. There'll be $5,000 in the bank as well for them.
Exactly.
Not so bad at this time of the year.
Yeah, no, that's a great win. Great win before the end of the year, just before the holidays.
And I'm sure if Madeline Gorman sure does what she hopes to do, I hope she'll buy you a coffee at least.
Oh yeah, I hope that's one of the things. If not, I'll become a very good friend after this.
Get the claim in early. And claiming the bronze, as you saw, the big man from Baku. Good effort from Chen Linglong. And up next will be the bronze medal matchup between Alexandra Kowalczuk of Poland going against Great Britain's Rebecca McGowan. And they are on next. Following that will be the men's heavyweights, the last of the bronze medal matches, an all-China affair. And then we're into the gold medal territory. That's on its way in just a few moments.
下面CHN